Where are you? Where are you located?
I am here in Mexico. Mexico is a big fan of Selena, and they love their music, and they love your music too, because you're a great producer and songwriter.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Congratulations, because that is a gift from God, and
no question.
Yeah, you are a genius.
Oh, am I recording that? Oh, I am recording it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So this is very important for us, because this is also what we want to share with the people. And these interviews are for understanding our spirituality, which is very important. I try to speak in English. I hope you understand me very well.
I do, yes.
So
I got it.
So my name is Arnold Garcia from A New Reality. It's a pleasure to greet you. It's a pleasure to have you here. And we would like to share with the audience that you are a producer, a famous producer. I think that you are as important as the most important producers like Quincy Jones and George Martin and all those.
Wow, those are my, some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you.
So one of the artists you have worked are Jessica Simpson, Vanessa Wiliams, Michael Bolton, Selena, Whitney Houston. So it's a pleasure to understand more about your spirituality. This program, More Than Music, is spiritual.
Right.
I am a musician too, by the way. But
oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I write songs also. But the question for you is, what is happiness and how to achieve it, Keith?
Happiness is really being happy with who you are, and it takes us sometimes a long time to get to that point. I'm going to turn my volume up here just a little bit more. Hang on one second. It takes sometimes a while to get. Let me do this because I'm adjusting my computer. Hang on one second here. Some people, it depends on what makes you happy, but I have found over my lifetime that when I'm happy with me, who I am inside and who I want to be, I become happy in all things that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people want money, some people want fame, and that makes them happy. At least they think that does. But what makes me happy is giving back to other people and helping. It's like this point in my life, especially. I was with Amy Grant yesterday, and we were both discussing, that we both feel like the next 10 years for us is the most important part of our life. And I really do, because I'm doing things now in India, and we have plans for Japan and Africa and Middle East that I never thought possible, but these are the things that are making me happy. And when you help other people, that automatically makes me happy. It's just part of, the way I've always done it. I love finding new artists. I love being able to help them get traction. But happiness is something that's internal as well. When we do the things that we know we need to do to make ourselves the best that we can possibly be, I think that brings happiness. It's not about how much money you have or who you know. It's about what's inside that makes you happy. And I think that's they say love is a choice, and it is, but I think we choose to be happy. And if we're unhappy, we have to figure out what's making us unhappy and how do we change that?
Yeah, perfect. I agree with you. And it's something that comes from within. It's something, and I'm very grateful with you because I can feel that you are a very spiritual person. I have tried I try or interview other people, but I realize that you have all this spiritual connection also because as a musician, you are very sensitive with your emotions, with life, with energy. So thank you for sharing.
I've been told that I'm an open book, and that's probably a dangerous thing at some point, but it is. And for me, it's like, I, I don't know where, I mean, I know where it comes from, but like if I'm in a writing situation, and I've done this so many different times, I go into a situation and I get into what I call my zone, and then I come out of it and I have no idea what just happened. I don't know how I got that song. So I'm humbled because it's like I can't control it. You know, it's not anything that I did. It's not anything that I'm doing. It's just I'm opening myself up to receive, and that's what happens. And now I'm always surprised when I walk out of the room and I go, "Where did that piece of music come from?" That's, you know, it's amazing. But it's like it's not something that I've done. It's just something that comes to you, and so you can't be arrogant about that, or you can't feel like you're better than someone else because of that, because I don't control it. It could leave me tomorrow and I would be without it. So I'm very grateful and blessed that I've been able to do what I've been able to do in my lifetime. You know, it's like I'm just, like I said, I'm very grateful.
Yeah, and like Paul McCartney said that he wrote well the music for Yesterday in a Dream, and I think we have this perception, a connection with our mind, with our other, maybe other worlds, the worlds of the music, the God of the music, the God of the melody. So this is very, very weird. Sometimes we don't understand how we can get all that melodies, but I think we have the connection, a special
Right.
connection to receive all that information.
Right. Right.
And the other question is, what is success? What does success mean to you, Keith?
Well, success to me is ties right into being happy. You know, it's like I've had many opportunities throughout my lifetime to do certain various things. You know, success to someone that wants to be in the music business may be a Grammy. I can honestly and truthfully say that has never been part of what I consider to be successful, even though it's a nice thing to have on your mantle. And it's one of those things that I'm very proud and grateful for, but that doesn't mean success to me. It means that I've put in a lot of hard work and people have recognized my talent and the gifts, and it has worked in that regard. Success, and I tell this to everybody, is, especially now at my age, when I'm looking back on my career and thinking about the things that I have done, success is when I know for a fact I have so many incredible relationships throughout the years, from my 35 years in this business. It's like I have some really deep relationships and friends that I cherish. And that is success to me because, you know, a lot of these people, these artists that I've worked with over the years, I'd take a bullet for them. You know, James Ingram was like one of my, people would say to me back in the day, who's on your wish list? And I would always say James Ingram, that'd be the first name. And so I finally a situation came out that I would actually work with him. And when I did, we became best friends. And so throughout the years, I was like, I can't believe I'm working with James Ingram. And not only that, he's one of my closest friends. You could consider that success, but the fact that our friendship was what it was is just amazing. And I have many of those, you know, and I because of the 25th year anniversary of Selena last year, and then Amy Grant's this year's is baby's 30th anniversary. I've been working with Amy on doing a few events and things that around that, and it just kind of drove it home more. Matter of fact, I have an email in my box right now that I've drafted that for no reason, I just had a wave of gratitude the other day. And I want to thank all the friends and people that I've worked with over the years, because it just means so much to have come this far, knowing how many friends are real relationships, we're not talking about social media friends. We're talking about friends that would come to you in need and help you at any point in time. And these are really what I cherish most. That's success to me, you know? But I, you know, look, I'm like anyone else. I'm still hunting it. I'm still working every day. I'm still doing my 12 hours in the studio. So it's like, I haven't given up and I'm still fighting. So that having a record, a number one record again, would be important to me. But, you know, it's the people that I work with and that I love the most that I find success.
Wow, great. You have a very important perception of the reality of this world. I think I agree with you, and you are very, very smart in this also spiritual topics. Thank you for sharing all this information. I have another question. What do you think is God? What is God for you? What is this meaning?
Well, God is the foundation for everything. You know, ever since I was a kid, my father would put me in church. I started playing guitar when I was really too small to hold the guitar. The guitar body would be in its chair next to me, and I would be standing in church playing just on the neck, you know. So I've been in church my entire life, but it's always been the foundation of everything. You know, when things fall apart, that's where I go. And I know that that's a safe place for me, and it's where I find the strength and the resolve for everything that I'm going through or have been through. I can't imagine, you know, life without not knowing that there is a greater being or someone that loves us. And you know, it's been part of my life. So I have no idea how to even, I'm blessed that I know that, you know. So I think about that part of it. It's like some people don't know God. And so for me, it's been like over the years, when I was, especially at Word Records, I would get so many letters from friends that would, or they weren't friends, they were more fans of the music. And I hate to say fans of me because it just sounds, I don't like the way that sounds, but they would send me letters saying, your song has changed my life. And that's powerful. And so about 3 weeks ago, I got a FaceTime or a video from a friend in a very popular group. But he and another friend were listening to some of the music I'd made years ago, and they were going off on all this. And one of the guys stepped in the scene and said, your music has changed my life. And I can't watch that video without getting teary, because I didn't know that I was going to change this guy's life. I had no idea. I was just doing what comes natural and what God had given me. And to think that what I'm doing is affecting somebody that way, man, that's powerful. And I have to be responsible for that. And I'm so grateful and blessed that I have that. And so God, to me, all things come from him, you know. Yeah. And so it's the foundation for me. That's what God means to me. It is like the foundation of a house. That's where I rest.
It's perfect. Yeah, I agree with you. And I think it's very important to understand this spirituality, because some people are complaining about a lot of things about now the COVID situation or tragedies or poverty or different situations that happen with illness. But I think for some reason we don't really understand why this happens. It's something that we are living in this third dimension, and we don't understand still a lot of things that happen. That is my perception. But I can feel another reality of beauty. Every time I smell a flower, I look up at the sky. Every time I play my guitar, every time I go to eat my favorite meal, we live surrounding of joy, love, and all these beautiful gifts from God. I think we have to understand this other, we focus our mind in a positive way.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And I you know, I'm a little, I'm sad about the state of our culture, a state of our world right now, just from a standpoint of, it seems very self-indulgent. It seems very self-important. And, you know, my dad raised me. My dad would give you the shirt off his back. And I grew up knowing that and doing that myself. You know, it's like we take care of each other. We say things to each other that we want said to us, or we don't treat people any differently because of their skin color or national, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like some of the stuff that's going on right now is so foreign to me that I have a tough time processing it. But if people would take a step back and take a breath, and I think social media is a big issue here. Personally, that's just I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but at the same time, I think the fact that we can say and do the things that we want online without any accountability is a problem, because typically if somebody were sitting in a chair next to me, you wouldn't say those things to that person, you know? So I think we have to learn how to hold our tongue and say the things that we know are truthful, but at the same time to build people up, because we're in this world together, whether we like it or not. And I think it's our responsibility to make things work. And I'm just hoping that over the next few years, we can all grasp that and do something about it.
Yeah. And just one last, I would like to know if you can share a positive message to the world, to all these people that are suffering from whatever thing, some people with anxiety, or some people with depression. It's what is your message for these people?
Well, I mean, first thing I would say is that I'm deeply sorry, that there are different levels of suffering going on right now. Some people are out of work, some people have health issues, for me, I mean, even owning a recording studio, we closed our doors for a long, long time, and yeah. I understand that part of it. But I would just say, try to do things every day that help you. Firstly, I'm a big believer in personal responsibility when it comes to, especially when it comes to health. I have, over the years, suffered with anxiety myself. Back in 2002, I went through a series of tests just to determine what was causing the anxiety. And it's just, there are a lot of things that we're experiencing now that we haven't always had to experience. But it's like, the one thing I learned is that physical fitness can help cure a lot of the anxiety and the fears. One of the things I would say to people with anxiety is working out and exercising, but also writing journals, because there's something therapeutic about that. And on the other side of the financial stuff, it's just a hard time right now because so many things have been closed down. Yeah. But I would say reach out to friends that are going through similar situations, so you're not alone. And I'm praying that this thing is over soon, so that people can get back to their lives and get back to seeing people and spending time with the ones they love.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing this positive and great message. I really appreciate it. And well, I'm doing a lot of things as a spiritual coach. I will tell you other day more about it. And I hope you can join us maybe in a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, to another questions. It's a pleasure to greet you. It's a pleasure to share this with you. And we really admire you very much. And you are very important for our society also, to share not just your beautiful music, but also your spirituality, because that helps the world also. And you are a very spiritual person. I can see it. And I really thank you for this interview. And I send you my love from Mexico, and all these Mexican people are here with me. Send you a message and a hug to you.
Well, thank you so much for thinking of me, and right back at you. I'm grateful that you thought of me and for this opportunity, and I appreciate anything I can do for you. You know how to reach me. So let's speak in a couple of months and do this again.
For sure. Thank you very much, Keith.
Thank you, Arnold.
Thank you.
Take care, buddy. God bless.
God bless you.